Hello everybody, welcome back to Evolve. We're going to be playing as Behemoth in this one. We're on weather control against Slim, Bucket, Crow and Parnell for this one. We will lock the boulder in. We'll do everything except tongue grab as we always did, and we will do top speed as the perk. I did experiment for a little while with doing the traversal cooldown, but it doesn't work quite as well because it glues you to the ground if you don't take move speed. So we'll see. This team is okay, very offensively orientated, but we are playing the literal tank class monster, you know, so we'll see. Crow's probably the weakest link on this team because he doesn't really do anything into Behemoth, so we'll see. Similar to goalie, harpoons or the repulsor that Jack uses is the method of slowdown you need. Stasis doesn't affect the boulder, so that's going to be armor regen straight away. Bit redundant on Behemoth for obvious reasons, but you know, that's what it is. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Kind of hoping one of them striders might have a move speed, but they're not. That's fine. I can actually squeeze that in there. I thought I wasn't going to be able to either. That's fine. As we feed up to stage 2 here, just going to bring your attention, if it is your first video, we're going to fucking go there, boys. Animation quality, how good the game looks. This game came out a year before Dead by Daylight did. I'm not going directly down the route of, you know, comparisons and all that kind of stuff, but, you know, I'm just going to leave it in the air for you, you know. Because if you have come from my DVD side of the channel, you might have noticed that I have a bit of a distaste for it while still playing it. That's because I'm basically in a perpetual state of having to fucking put up with what the async genre stagnated to, you know, with that game at the top. But, you know, it is what it is. Grab the stage up here. So when we evolve, we do get bigger. We get points to put into the abilities. We'll do Fisher and Rotwall actually. The other two. Grab Tongue as well. Every monster changes in a unique visual way as well as you do evolve. As you can see, the shoulders are getting a bit spikier. Animations also change. Trapjaws are not ideal, but they're actually nowhere to be seen, which is a bit weird. Can't see, I'm just going to hope that's gone in, kind of. So everybody's clumped up at the moment. The idea with Behemoth is you pull in, wall up, and then attack them. I did it in the wrong order there though, but it's fine. Behemoth has a very specific combo that he wants to do, which is pull them in and then combo the rest of them with abilities. But you know, we do get that down on Bucket. We need to go for Crow now because we need to get out of this dome. Stop that turret from attacking me. Did he hit the roof? I don't know. No. Should be a down because he's isolated himself by running over here. Yes. Yes. Shit. Okay. So we're going to have some wonderful weather effects rolling in as well. Just to throw it out there, boys, you know, I said wouldn't go there, you know, but this isn't DVD exclusive, this is another ASIM, a modern ASIM as well. Do you remember TCM, boys? Remember a couple of months ago when that just spawned out my ass? the TCM developers announced this really good update, this big update to maps where they were adding weather effects, you know, and everybody lost their fucking minds, right? The weather effects in that game look identical to this. Look at this. I'll see if I can find an angle for you. Look at the puddle effects, right? Wait, where's the there? Look at that. See that? The rain effects on the surface. That's literally what they added to TCM. And they're saying, fucking hell, this is really good, you know, we've never seen rain effects this good before. You know, this game came out a year before Dead by Daylight did again. 2015, boys, we had these weather effects. And people are apparently losing their fucking shit over it being added to a game today. So when I say we fell off, that's where we're coming from, you know. We are going to grab the stage 3 here. I'm not going to go though, we're going to go in for another fight here, we've got plenty of HP. I'm just trying to awaken you all, fellas, to what happened to this particular branch of the industry in terms of ASIMs, because they did fucking fall off, boys, as far as I'm concerned, you know. Considering we had this, and we've now got Dead by Daylight, you know. It's not even in like a hateful way, it's just, it's genuine fucking observations, mate. Like, I don't feasibly see a valid argument whatsoever that DVD is any higher quality than this game is. The legit just does not exist a single fucking argument that could convince me, you know. I'm kind of just swinging at the wall here because yeah, I think we only got Parnell with that. Don't want to be a. You've got the damage buff. I don't know if we're going to have time to beat that. No. Right, we're just going to get a bit of distance here. I'm going to go back in because we need to get a couple more strikes. As I say, it's all stuff I've mentioned in the past anyway. I don't really want to keep going into it in every video, but it's just the talking point, you know. Be able to do something to this. There do be some armour there. The problem with this is they've got the damage buff, so I can't actually stay in here very long. We have got 2 strikes. I want to get them slim. I think that's slim there. Yeah. Mr. Fisher there. That's fine. Yeah. Still up there. There he is. Does that... No, it does actually go through there. This one. Try and squeeze that between the turret as well. Problem with Slim is he's exceptionally tanky. We're getting to the point now where this is a bit of an overspend. Can't see because of spore clouds. We need you, that's somebody walking in, that's fine, we'll go for you instead then. Get somebody out, easy for armour as well. We do steal that. That's fine. We'll go and grab stage 3 now. Got 2 strikes on Crow, we've got 2 on Bucket and 1 on Slim, which is not too bad to be fair. So we'll grab it here. When you get to stage 3 in this game, the game doesn't go out of its way to insult your intelligence. it's gonna happen, boys. You know, when you go on about doing the power roll and all that kind of stuff. It's Dead by Daylight's the only thing I want to compare it to, you know, because it's the only fucking thing that exists in the genre. So it's always going to be there, you know. But with this game, reaching stage 3 was the reward for the monster player, because if you reach this, you play well. And at this very moment, if it is your first video, we are actually a Monster Hunter raid boss, you know, literally. The Monster Hunter games, the monsters you fight in that game, you're one of them here, as you'll see in a moment. It's the hunter's job in this game to stop you from getting to stage 3. Stage 3 was a bonus for the monster player and a big, you know, obviously disadvantage for the hunters as a result. Can beat stage 3s, but it's incredibly difficult. And obviously against bots, it's not going to be, you're not going to see the teamwork that's going to be required to do it. But excuse me, where the fuck did that just go? I thought it went down there. That's fine. Stage 3 wallet. Big arena around that. I actually isolated the, well, gave Crow the escape. He's down there, I was going to say. That somehow missed, that was surprising. Shit. Go again. Need Slim ideally, yeah. So don't get healed. It's my luck. It's fine. Use Crow for armor. We've got 15 seconds left anyway, we're looking at a respawn here, so would like to grab that. Yeah, you're gonna stand on top of it. This one. Re-armor here anyway, because the whole team's going to be coming back. See the absolute fucking detail of this monster as well. Everybody threw a fucking fit when he was released because they were charging 15 quid for him. Let me just say it right here, fellas, right? Considering the way the genre has gone, there is more attention to detail and care in this monster's model than an entire 9 years of Dead by Daylight, right? Or any other ASIM that you've seen, yeah? You can just, it's on your screen, boys, you know. Give me another game that lets you play as something like this, you know. Especially a PvP one, as well. As cinematic and as well polished as this is, you know. It doesn't exist. The most modern example, the closest we actually came to evolve again, post Dead by Daylight, is probably last year. And that game's dead as well. Because last year was very cinematic, it was quite Left 4 Dead inspired, where you'd play as a killer in a map and you could like despawn and plan your ambushes, and there was a lot of graphic sort of glory kills and like, you know, movie references and stuff like that. Yeah, that one's dead as well, because we live in a fucking cursed timeline, apparently. It is what it is. Probably going to be the end, although 21 seconds it might live actually. I mean, look at the fucking size of that, man. That's what I talk about with Monster Hunter. Giant rock monster would produce that, you know? The game just does it. It doesn't hold back. There it is. This is what it is, boys. It's just passion ranting constantly, because that's all I can do now. They've failed in the most stupidest, easiest ways at reviving this game twice or 3 times basically now, when for two of those revival times the answer to what they're completely just baffled by and scratching their heads by this publisher is just to fucking re-release it on the Steam store. That's it, you know. But for some reason that's a bit too fucking hard to compute, so you know, it is what it is, boys. This is where we're at. But anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. The bit of fucking ranting that's going on. I've still not, as I say, I took a break from commentary for a few days, boys, so it's built up and it's here. So, you know, I'm probably going to be doing it for a couple of videos, but it is what it is. I've said from the start, I did commentary on this game. Shouldn't be dead. This game shouldn't be dead. Not a fucking chance should this game be dead, especially in its genre, you know. And if it was to actually break through the revival mold, I do think Behaviour would shit themselves, honestly, because if it did break through the mold, it does have as much shit as it give 2K. 2K is a massive publisher, so the tools and the funding and all that kind of stuff would be there, and probably significantly more than what Dead by Daylight has with Behaviour. You know, I know Behavior's quite a big company themselves, but I don't think they're anywhere near what 2K is in terms of size and, you know, how much they can dedicate to projects and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just trying to convince, like, with the way it's been handled, it's like trying to convince a fucking bleeding zebra to run through a fucking horde of lions, you know? Because the answer is very clear to reviving this game, but they just can't figure it out, and that's just to release it on the Steam store. Like, the reason this game isn't taking off and the revival isn't happening is because literally nobody fucking knows it exists, you know, outside of the people that play it, you know, outside the people that watch people play it on YouTube, the people that are streaming it, us lot, you know, the people that come and see the videos, they're the people that know about it. Anybody else? No, nobody fucking knows. It died in 2015 to everybody else, you know, so nobody... The numbers aren't here because nobody knows about it. Nobody knows it exists anymore. You're not mentioning it to anybody. You've not got it on a fucking storefront. You know, if it was on Steam, you would get residual players all the time because people would come and they would try the game, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And you would, out of people that tried it and left, you'd still get people that would try it and think, yeah, this is fun, and they'd stick around, you know. And then over time, the player base would mount, you know. It is what it is. It's so fucking easy to see, but I really don't understand what this publisher's fucking struggling with. How they struggle to see that. It's so weird. It's fucking like brain rot. Because as I say, they failed it 3 times, the revival. The first time was obviously when they tried to make it free to play, but then they just destroyed the game's fucking integrity entirely anyway. Nuked the atmosphere, turned it into fucking esports, and just utter wank, mate, to be honest. And then the other 2 revival times, the 2 mini sort of revival times they had, where they just, yeah, responded about fucking 4 months after when it actually happened, and then scratched their heads and wondered why is there nobody here? Why didn't anybody stick around when we were just sort of watching what was happening, you know, rather than doing things? I wonder why nobody stuck around with this game that we didn't tell anybody we had any plans for it. We didn't promise any new content, we didn't promise any new patches. I wonder why people left. It is what it is. Anyway, there you go. See you on the next one.